In this video, I'll give you some hard-hitting facts. I gave a young man from India who had booked a session with me, and I told him what he needed to hear. And I was pretty blunt and brutal with him, but I thought that he would be pissed off with me or hurt, or he would badmouth me. But to my surprise, he actually turned around and thanked me, and not only him, apparently his parents also said thank you to me. So I'll tell you what it is. But before you watch the video, just want to tell you that watch it at 1.5x speed simply because I'm fasting. 19 days, no food. And I sound a little croaky. And my wife was saying I look like sunk in and like a zombie. So don't worry, I'm alive. But watch it slightly fast so, it comes across a little energetic. All right, so let's start. So this young man, he had booked my session and he wanted my advice on career and, few personal issues here and there, relationship, girlfriend, wanting to marry. But the main foundation was getting a job and getting a job of his dreams. So here's the peculiar thing that happened. When he wrote the email to me in terms of introduction, he introduced himself in a rather negative light. I have no job. I consider myself a loser. People have lost faith in me. It's more like that, a lot of doubt. And then there was a lot of pity, I don't know what to do in life. I'm so lost. I feel sad. I feel like crying, blah, blah. Okay. And then he was also telling me the doctor said I'm suffering from depression. And one other doctor said I have ADHD. One other doctor said that I'm borderline, whatever bullshit, all the stuff he gave me. Okay. And this is not to say that these are not real issues, but hear me out. And then when we started the session, I always start with a disclaimer, letting the person know whatever you share with me is kept private. I might share as a video, but never your identity. So he said, fine. And then when we started the session, once again, when I asked him, give me a brief about yourself, even if a person gives me his resume, even if a person gives me profile, I always tell them, tell me something about yourself, because then I can understand the tone, the mood, the inner belief systems. And he started off absolutely negative. I'm a total failure in life. I don't have a job. I applied, I blah, blah, all negative. Boo hoo hoo, sad story, okay. After everything he said, and he also mentioned the medical diagnosis. So then I asked him, like, okay, what is it that you want to do in life? He told me his dream. His dream was to work for a multinational company, a specific position. And then here's the funny thing. I asked him, did he apply for a job? To which he said yes. Okay. So I asked him, explain to me, how did he apply for a job? How did he apply? What did you write in the cover letter? How did you present your CV? How do you go for interviews? And no surprises. His approach was just email. And if someone calls him for an interview, his responses were so pathetic and so sad. Like, tell me about yourself. Sir, my name is so-and-so. I'm in a college. I completed my first job and second job. And I was like, what the hell is this? Okay. And if that was not bad enough, after the interview, I asked him, did you send them a thank you note? Did you, approach them? Did you ask for the job? No, sir. After it finished, they would not give me a reply. I would just check with the secretary. What is the job? They said they'll get back to you. And I said, then I think that was it. I just kept quiet. I listened to whatever he had to say. And then I said, okay, so do you want to know what is your problem? He said, yes, sir. Please, sir, tell me. I said, you are, you're fallen in a sewage. It's like you're fallen in the gutter. And instead of getting back up with self-respect, self-dignity, dusting yourself and saying, I'm going to fight it again. You're lying in the gutter. You're lying in the sewage. You're lying in the dirt. And saying, oh, what will I do? Oh, I'm so sad. I have ADHD. I have this. I have that. Nobody loves me. Nobody gives me a job. What will I do? I said, boss, if you act like this, nobody will give a flying fuck about you, man. I said, stop wallowing in self-pity. And I said, when you wrote to me and you said you have these problems, mental issues, I thought to myself, am I talking to someone retarded? And I even asked him, let's say you want to marry a girl. Let's say you like a girl. And the first thing she tells you, I'm a little mentally gone case. I said, would you want to marry that girl? He's saying, no, sir, I don't want to marry. If suppose let's say a girl, proposal comes and she says, I'm, physically I have this disease. Mentally, I'm not stable. Emotionally, I've been to a psychiatric ward. Would you marry the girl? He said, no, absolutely not, sir. On the other hand, if you get a girl who is very confident, smiling, has strong core beliefs, would you like her? He said yes. I said, then what the fuck are you doing, boss? You're in, oh, woe is me. Oh, I'm sad. I said, don't expect me to, you know, breastfeed you or to, oh, my poor baby, believe in yourself. We are there for you. I said, I'll fucking give you a bitch slap, man. I said, be a fucking man. I said, I'm not interested in, roadside dogs crying. I want a man. You can talk to me like a man. Let's talk. You on this pity party, all that shit. I said, bugger off. Just fuck off, man. In fact, I told him that I pity your parents for giving birth to you because you're a shame. I said, I got molested. I got raped. What do you think? I got molested. I got raped. Boo hoo hoo. I said, today I have a wife and a kid. If I have any problem, I can't cry and go to anyone. I have to solve the problem. If my wife has a problem, comes to me, I have to solve it. My kid has a problem, comes to me, I need to solve it. Even if I don't know the answer, even if I don't know where to go, I need to figure it out. If I have a problem, whether I have health issue, whether I have financial problems, whether I have no customer, I can't tell my wife, I can't tell my kid, I can't cry and boo hoo hoo on YouTube. I need to figure it out. That's called being a man. And he's saying, sir, but I'm young. What young? I said, you are crossed your 20s. You can give birth to 4, 5 children. You're not a 6-year-old. 6-year-old or 7-year-old. I said, my daughter has more guts than you. She has a bigger pair of balls than you would ever have. I said, what's gone wrong with you, man? I said, don't think that the world will feel sorry for you, that someone will come and hug you and tell you. They'll say, people will keep away from you. They'll think this guy's a piece of shit. He's a loser. I said, grow the fuck up, man. Come on, grow up. Show me self-respect. Show me you're a bloody man. I said, if tomorrow your mother and father are dying, you have to be a man. If someone takes a gun and holds it to their heads, you have to say, kill me first. You have to take the bullet for them. That's called being a man. I said, I would have respected you so much more. Even if you failed, even if you didn't have a job, even if you are the same, but you said, I believe in myself. I am not going to give up. I'm going to fight it out. I said, I would have respected you much more. But you have not earned my respect at all. In fact, I said, you disgust me. You really disgust me. Which woman would want to marry you, man? Which female? Forget the marriage. Who the hell would want to give you a job? Companies and corporates are searching for men, are searching for people with belief. Even if you don't know the job, even if you don't have technical expertise, but are you like a man? Do you have the capacity to believe in yourself? I said, look at my bloody face, man. I look like abnormal, emotionally, this thing, tattooed his face, a freak of nature. I don't have the education. I don't have the credentials. I don't have the degree. Imagine me going to a corporate company. What are your credentials? I don't have any. What is your education? I'm a high school, the same. And people would definitely ask, so you're going to teach people with a PhD? You being a high school dropout? What answer would you give? How would you, with this face, if you had this face, how would you teach someone or train someone or be a consultant? I said, do you know that I've had CEOs, directors, people from Harvard? I even got those people taking my advice. How the hell did that happen? It starts with the foundation, core belief. I said, the women I've dated are way beyond my pay scale, and I didn't pay a single penny. I didn't have a Lamborghini. I didn't throw money at them. I only had self-belief. I said, look at the greatest scammer, the bullshitter, Andrew Tate. The way he exudes confidence, people fall for him. I said, if you have self-belief, you'll have followers. But if you talk like this, oh, wow, it's me, pity, nobody gives a damn. I'm not asking you to be ignorant, arrogant, and a piece of shit like, most of our Indians are, who don't know anything but will talk about giving advice to Elon Musk. They know economies, they know cryptocurrencies, they can literally teach people. I said, I'm not asking you to be ignorant, arrogant, and stupid. All I'm saying, believe in yourself. The inner belief where you don't need to brag, you don't need to tell anyone, but it shows when you talk. I said, if you can give me that, we can change the world. You can't give me that, you doubt in yourself. I said, then don't waste my time. None of my advice will work. None. Because the foundation is not a resume rebrand. It's not personal branding. It's not a strategy to get a job. It starts with you. You have to believe, from your heart, your head, believe. So I told him, if you can sort that out, we can work together. Can't sort that out, nothing will. First is inner belief. And I told him, work on yourself. Otherwise, don't waste my time. I have no interest to work with losers. I'm not asking you to be cocky. I'm not asking you to say you know everything. But you must believe in yourself, others we can't. And I said, forget about getting a job in a multinational company. You'll not even get a job as a sweeper. I said, if you continue like this, I'm mental problems, emotional problems. Doctor said ADHD, other doctor said I have psychological issues. I said, take a begging bowl and go outside like a dog and beg. At least that you should do. I said, what the hell is wrong with you? And he was pretty taken aback because I guess he was expecting me to, be his mummy and all that. And to my surprise, he actually went and shared this with his parents. And somehow, I guess his parents are very happy and they want to book another session with me. So the reason why I'm sharing this is to tell you, whether you have a coach, don't have a coach, whether you have friends or don't have friends, you came into this world alone, you will die alone. You are alone by default. So nobody is going to extend a hand and pick you up. You have to get up, dust yourself and get up. Just Google search on YouTube, Rocky advice he gives to his son. Very powerful word. I'm paraphrasing where he says, life is hard, it's going to hit you and knock you down. You need to get back up. Get up one more round and say, you're not going to give up. You're not going to give in. You're going to fight. I left him with that. And one thing I'm very happy is he took my advice to heart, went to his parents, and now he wants to take action and work on. Like, I know life is not going to be a bed of roses. It's not that he's going to solve all these problems or suddenly, magically, everything is going to sort out. But the foundation is you need to believe in yourself. Because if you don't have that self-belief, you cannot do anything. There is no successful person in this world who didn't have self-belief. And without self-belief, you cannot achieve anything. I'm not saying if you have self-belief, you'll achieve everything. But to achieve everything, you need to have self-belief or achieve anything. Remember what I told you. If a face like this, with no education, no degree, is able to coach, consult, mentor people who are 10 times more successful, rich, educate. There are people with no hands and legs and are achieving wonders. There are people who can't speak English and they run global empire. They can do it. You can do. Remember, I'm not asking you to become the next Elon Musk, but at least you can have enough confidence to get a decent job, get a proper life, give your parents a good life, and maybe have a relationship. Anyway, I just want to leave you with, nobody is going to baby or breastfeed you. Be a man, believe in yourself, get back up and fight. That's all I want to say. And it all starts here, here, and here. All right. Good, bad, ugly. Feel free. Comment down below. I'll read your comments. You guys stay.